Hey, good morning, good evening, and good night. It is OppaiGAME, and thank you for joining me for another installment of unpacking, unboxing, and what have you not. Today, let's talk about a bit of hot topics, something that's taken the internet by storm, and I think it's relating to, let's see here. The first one is Bella Delphine losing her Instagram account. And that's kind of sad, She didn't do anything that merited, a loss of an Instagram account. Of course, she would post some racy photos, a very giddy, very close type of photo in order to increase her fan base. Obviously, she's a woman and she's pretty. She's gonna use that to her advantage. I mean, come on, guys. Even though I'm a good-looking guy, I don't get near as much attention as Bella Delphine does, as that can be seen in the way she has all of her followers and whatever. But it's kind of a tragedy that she's unable to post on her account. I truly admired her craft, I truly admired her photos, and I truly admired, her passion for what she did. I find that she's an adorable person, and yeah, definitely somebody I would, period. Out of all the Twitch personalities, out of all the so-called thoughts, I would definitely see myself in a relationship with Bella Delphine, not only because she looks amazing in anime cosplay, but she just has perfect skin. She has, a great personality. But yeah, so just an amazing person. I definitely like her. Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate that this had to happen, but it was the mass flagging because she had promised to go on a certain website, and mostly people who have accounts on that website, they use it to gain notoriety, using it as a platform in order to engage their body art, if you can call it art. I don't know what to call it, but I'm not going to take any chances by referencing it here on Twitch. But yes, so it's very unfortunate. I hope she continues to make bathwater for everybody and make millions doing that. It's unfortunate that it had to come to this. It had to come to this with Instagram. But there's nothing illegal about being a misleading red herring when it comes to something as trivial as a prank. I mean, Gogeta himself would pull pranks and whatever. Okay, let's change topics now. Next topic we have is about a girl called Linity on Twitch. Supposedly she is the domestic cat abuser. She is a girl that lifted her cat over her head and threw it away because she was frustrated at a game. The first thing I saw when I saw it, I was like, oh my god, did she get banned? What's going to happen? Is she still on the platform? And to my surprise, she is still an active member of the platform that she streams on, which we all know as Twitch. If this was a man who did this, if this was a man who took the cat that was sitting on his lap or whatever, crossed his path while he was playing a game and threw it behind him, he would have definitely gotten banned, and he would probably be in jail for some other reason. People would have reported him to PETA, but considering the fact that Alinity is a woman, there are massive double standards happening on Twitch, and I'm very disappointed that she did not get a repercussion from this. I'm not saying ban her from the platform, but I'm just saying, give her a good talking to, give her some time to think about what she did for a few days at least, because that's not how you should treat a living creature with the capacity to think about, well, a sentient being. There you go. You know, if I had a cat, I would definitely love my cat. I would never mistreat it in such a fashion. And the other thing is she was feeding her cat whiskey. You know, for humans, you know, some humans, they're not able to take just, you know, a shot of whiskey or a vodka or whatever it was, you know. They would definitely get drunk. They would get woozy. But for cats, I would assume it's even worse, you know. Like if you fed a dog some chocolate, the dog is going to get sick and eventually die. I would imagine, you know, feeding a cat vodka, you know, from your mouth, that, you know, that trick right there, that parlor trick of where you're feeding somebody some alcohol or liquor from your mouth into another person's mouth, that is an exclusively, well, it started out exclusively as a woman's trick when they would go to a bar, you know, when they would seek attention. What girls do is they usually drink, you know, one of them would drink a bit of vodka, and then she would call her other friend, you know, the vodka still in her mouth, and then they would share the vodka in order to get attention from the rest of the males there, you know. So essentially, this is what she's trying to do. She's like saying, oh, this cat is my friend, you know. I'm going to share some vodka with it in order to get massive attention from viewers and other viewers. I know for a fact that this is going to be replayed on other social media websites. Why not? Let's take a chance. And that essentially right there, that behavior is nothing more than attention seeking, and it should not be rewarded when you're endangering the life of another sentient being such as the cat. Okay, the cat probably, the kidneys of the cat can't process the alcohol. The alcohol that goes into the cat will probably shut down its organs. Not right away, but maybe in the future. We don't know what type of repercussions the cat will feel after getting the shot of vodka or whatever amount of vodka he got in his mouth. So that's definitely not something I condone. That's definitely not something I support. I would say, you know, this person is quite silly, and, you know, I don't think posting this stuff is a good idea. I don't know if there would be some repercussions, legal repercussions, for sharing vodka with your cat, but I'm pretty sure that is abuse. That is animal abuse right there. Okay, so now let's talk about a different topic. I'm sure you guys know that Kyoto, there was a fire in the Kyoto animation studio, and you know, it's a horrible thing to happen, and you know, it was some type of it was a guy. Let's say he's deranged, let's say he's disgruntled, because this guy who did all of this trouble, he was a person who entered a contest. Of course, there's going to be many versions of the story out there, but this is the first version of the story, and not the one that, you know, there was a telephone. You know how they play the game Telephone? You know, the story changes every time. Okay, let's stay with the first story, and the first story said this guy entered a contest for giving an idea for a yaoi manga, or not manga, yaoi animation, or whatever, anime. And he won the contest, and he got a prize, and his idea, you know, was forwarded into the yaoi manga. Yaoi manga, I mean, not manga, anime. And yaoi anime means an anime where there is relationships between male on male. It is essentially a gay anime. So this guy, you know, he won the contest. I think Kyo Animation used his idea. And then he went in there for payback. He lit them all on fire. Kyo Animation is predominantly females, and there are some males over there. But I don't think, you know, I think this guy had a strategy, you know. And the way he was able to dispose of the staff members fairly quickly, it was assumed perhaps that he was familiar with the environment before. He'd entered the environment before, and the idea of him winning a contest and working with the producers or whatnot of the anime production building would probably make sense. They didn't see him as a threat. So that's why he was able to kill all of them quietly. I think some of them were found in closets. So he was partially like an assassin. He used knives, he used hammers. So his only crime wasn't, his crime wasn't only arson, it was actually murder. So he had plotted this before, he'd been in the offices before, he'd worked firsthand with the people before, because his idea was used in the gay anime, the yaoi anime. And then, you know, all of a sudden, I think things fell through, and when he was leaving the scene of a crime, he was saying, "They ripped me off. I can't believe they did something like this to me." It's not that he was angry at his favorite anime taking a twist for the worse. That is the telephone story. That is not the right story. It's the fact that he feels that he was ripped off because his idea in the anime probably wasn't demonstrated properly, or the fact that he didn't get a big enough payoff. So he ripped me off. They ripped me off, and then he said, "Die." So this issue stems from the fact that he felt, in his own twisted way, that he was ripped off because either his idea wasn't properly used in the gay anime that he wanted, or they didn't pay him enough. I don't know, or the prize money wasn't enough. I know there's multiple versions out there of this story, but this was essentially the first version that came out, and they were talking about it. So, and then after, there was another story and another story. You know, they kept making up stories. But, you know, it is an absolute tragedy. And I give my condolences to the families of the staff. Rest in peace, all the staff. You know, Japan is usually a safe place. This type of thing doesn't happen. And, you know, they're located in Kyoto. And, you know, another famous company lives operates out of Kyoto as well. And that's Nintendo. Which brings me to another subject of the evening, a topic du jour, which is the Pokemon game. So right now, Pokemon Game Freak. I don't know if Game Freak is actually in Kyoto too, but Game Freak Junichi Masuda, you know, he said that, you know, it would be a lot of work for the employees to implement all the Pokemons in there from other games, and, you know, it would just not be feasible. Well, as you can see, if you go back to the older Pokemon games, remember you had Pokemon Red, Blue, and Green, and there was a 3-year wait between Pokemon Red, Blue, and Green and Gold and Silver. And to hold you over for that wait, they would release the best of game called Pokemon Yellow in between that 3-year time span to hold you over until Pokemon Gold and Silver would come out. But now, the Nintendo company, I think that's what it's called, is trying to release a game every year. And, you know, they're just trying to pop them out like it's a yearly Call of Duty thing. And, you know, that they're saying we don't have time, you know, we don't have time to do all this. It would cost a lot of money, blah, blah, blah. But listen, if it's going to take you time to make the game, might as well take the time to make the game, if you know what I mean. Might as well take the time to implement everything that the fans want, you know, everything that is supposed to be in a Pokemon game. You know, look at The Witcher 2 and The Witcher 3. Look at the massive jump between The Witcher 2 and The Witcher 3. There was a ton of things that were implemented in terms of in terms of, you know, environments, NPCs, quests, everything like that. You know, that was implemented, and there was no excuses from the company that made The Witcher 2 and The Witcher 3. You know, there was no bullshit, you know? And they took their times between the game, and they were able to achieve a massively amazing game. And then you have the Nintendo company, you know, which is a very rich company, Game Freak. They're sitting on not just one fortune, but several fortunes. They're swimming in money. Do you remember the DuckTales? Whoa, you know, there was old Quack McDuck, okay, and that guy was swimming in a vault of money. Well, they have several vaults of money, okay. They have several different pools. I'm pretty sure they have a pool on every level of a building, of a hypothetical building that they would have. Maybe 2 buildings even. Okay, so they have tons and tons of money, but yet they're complaining about, oh, given that we only have 1 year. Okay, listen here. Make a quality game. Stop pushing them out. You know how Call of Duty pushes a game out every year, and you know their games have turned to shit, and they've turned to microtransactions. Oh, wait. Don't tell me. Nintendo is also doing microtransaction DLC bullshit, too. So basically now they have Pokemon Home, a place where you can store your Pokemon for a monthly fee. You know, they can siphon money out of your credit card account for you to use that service until they make a game where you can use your Pokemon. That's a great idea. Okay, let's just put the Pokemon in Pokemon Home. Okay, we'll wait several years until they implement a game, and within that time they're getting a monthly what is it, a monthly rate, you know, a monthly fee to store your Pokemon that are not going to be even in use. Okay, that is just DLC. That is a cash grab at its finest. You know, I'm really glad Nintendo was able to take a stand against censorship, but then you have the microtransactions, and then you have the DLC. You know, once upon a time, people used to make complete games. They used to make games that came in full, in a package. And then whenever you'd want some other idea implemented, you know, you'd have to wait until the next installment of the game. And then when you waited for the next installment of the game, the idea was implemented. It was already there. It wasn't used as DLC, something, you know, that you could buy. You know, you'd buy an incomplete game nowadays, and you have to pay for an idea that should have been there in the first place, right? Hey, how about you guys, you know, put this feature in this Pokemon game right here? Well, we can't do it in this Pokemon game, but you know what? How about the next Pokemon game, we'll use it as DLC? How about that? What? But I was talking about, you know, putting it as an idea in this game. Why can't you make a DLC for this game? No, how about it's DLC for the next game? Well, I don't want DLC in the first place, but this is what Nintendo is doing right now, and you know that's kind of suspicious. Oh, we don't have the time, we don't have the resources. My God, you avarice! You have all the money and all the time in the world. You know, kids wait on you to make a game. All right. You can make your game every 3 years, and then you can release, you know, Pokemon Armory in between the time it takes for you to release a new concept game. Okay? You can release Pokemon Armory if you want to make more money and you want to wait fans over. You know, it was ridiculous for me when I got a Pokemon White, and then there was Pokemon White 2 and Pokemon Black 2. What? You know? Okay, so that's when I realized, you know, they started milking the franchise at that point. I never would have imagined that we get to a point where, you know, oh, we can't, you know, make this Pokedex big because we just don't want to spend any money. We don't want to put any effort in it. We just want to release an incomplete game and make the full, what is it, $70 from it. That's what Nintendo is envisioning. Not Nintendo, sorry. That's what Game Freak and the Pokemon Company is envisioning right now. I don't support that. I don't condone an incomplete game. I would rather very much so that they released a game, you know, a mainline part of the game every 3 years, and to hold us off in the between years, they would release some type of game that combines both aspects of the prior released games, or both villages, or what have you not. So that's kind of disappointing, being a Nintendo fan myself. And given that Nintendo is also in Kyoto, and, you know, people are getting mad. You know, people in the industry, like the anime, the gaming industry, are getting mad. And, you know, that is just scary. That is just scary to think about. But coming off of the coattails of some guy who's feeling ripped off because of an anime, you know, some people, they might feel ripped off because of a game. So I think Nintendo should really think about what it's saying to fans, and giving them shitty excuses like, what is it called again? Oh, we're worried about the balance of the game. Okay, work that out. Work that out. You have 3 years to work that out. Okay? Now, I don't think many people nowadays care about the P versus P. That's not a big deal. We want to play the game for the nostalgia. We want to play the game because we like the stories of Pokemon. Again, people are voicing their opinions about this. You gotta listen to the fans, Nintendo. You can't be just like, oh, well, fuck you. Don't pull a Sony move. Don't pull a Sony move, Game Freak, sorry. Game Freak. Just listen to your fans. I think they have the best idea in mind, okay? Just don't do things and push your authority on other people. That's just my 2 cents on the Pokemon thing happening. So anyways, let's take a look at the V-Jump magazine over here. It is a Naruto-based magazine. There's not much I can do with this camera angle. Nice. Interesting. There's like a One Piece advertisement. Oh, there's a Boruto wallpaper. Something in there. But we know the real reason why we got this magazine today. There's Goku. I wonder what he's gonna do. V-Jump. Oh, there's a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Yu-Gi-Oh. Is this a Yu-Gi-Oh card? Oh my god, it's a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Huh? Whoa. Is that Yu-Gi-Oh GX? What is that? Okay, let's try to take this out without damaging the magazine. That is the difficult part, you know? Oh my god. How do we take it out? Okay, so in order not to destroy the magazine, I will take out the card like this. Oh my god. Oh my god. We got a holo card. A holo Yu-Gi-Oh card. I don't know what this Yu-Gi-Oh card is because I haven't been keeping up with the franchise as of late. You know, last I heard there was a Yu-Gi-Oh GX, and now we're in Yu-Gi-Oh VXZRYTLS. So, yeah. It's a nice card. And, whoa, looks like it's bent a bit. That's not good. Fuck! It's a bent card, assholes. Okay, let's put that there. That's nice. There's the Yu-Gi-Oh advertisement. Do they have Shaman King? What's next? Okay. There's, oh my god, the story of Kakarot. Amazing, cool. I'll put full scans later. Ooh. The real reason why we bought this magazine. So, this is Ultra Instinct Goku. Nice. Look at that. Whoops. Looks like we just destroyed the Dragon Ball chapter. That's bad. There's a Dragon Ball Super chapter in here. I just destroyed it. Great! Great gods. Alright, let's open this. However, which way? Let's see what's in here. Oh, great. So the card comes without any protection whatsoever. Great. Oh, that's a nice shiny card over here. Wow. She's a beauty. It's a beautiful Ultra Instinct Goku card. So, 2100 health, very low. Obviously, Ultra Instinct always comes when Goku's low on health or on the verge of death. And 8500 attack, which is good. 2000 D. That is really good for an Ultra Instinct card. It has 2000 D, which is good. So he's already in Ultra Instinct form. There's a Viper S thingamajig, and there's a background Gogeta and that guy. So he's already in Ultra Instinct form, which is great. Battle. Okay, so battle up 2000 every round, I guess. And second round, triple attack. That's awesome. And what does he have? He has 15,000 attack for his team up. Attack, ni power up times 10. Times 10% attack. Times 10%. Oh, great. So if the enemy has 15,000, he gets that plus 10%. So that's amazing. That's a pretty amazing card. Really strong card. Really happy I got it. The new chapter for Dragon Ball is up in the V-Jump magazine. So I'll take a look at it and see, you know. It's okay, we just ripped a bit. It's not really bad. Okay. There's Yakko. Well, we ripped an inconsequential part of the story, which is good. Not bad. Dragon Ball Super JC 10-8-2. August chapter here. There's Goku looking kind of strange, weird. Oh, he's using the God form. That's exciting. Oh, there's something else in here. Better rip this and see what it is. We don't want to destroy the card, so we've got to be very careful. Very, very careful. Oh my God. That's kind of a strange card, so I don't know what this does. What is this? God knows what this series is. I got some blonde, strange guy over here. I don't know what he does. That's kind of interesting. Blonde, strange guy. Awesome. V-Jump. Great. Any other goodies in this box? Nice swimsuit catalog. Holy smokes. Look at that. Oh my God. That swimsuit catalog. Sweet. The derp is strong with this one. Very good. Oh, Dragon Quest Rivals. Good. Final Fantasy VII Remake. God. Oh, Molly. Almighty. There we go. We got Eris over here. Yay, she's not dead yet. What else do we got? Well, something else in here? Phantasy Star Online 2. They're still doing some strange, some good stuff, so. Yeah, oh my God, it's the action figures for Dragon Ball. All right, so the main topic of today, it has to do with the deposition of Vic Mignogna. Obviously, you guys know what happened with Monica Real's statement about Stan the Man, darling. You know, she said, yeah, he was the man. He was the man who saw it all. It was Stan the Man, darling. And, you know, we saw his deposition. We saw his faithful statement. He's like, well, you know, everybody, listen to me. I'm Stan the Man, darling. And I got something to tell you. I ran IzumiCon in 2006 or 2007. And, you know, I'm the rightful owner of that convention. I invited Monica and Vic. And they attended the con. Right? That's what we agreed on, okay? They attended the con. What else is he going to say? Hold on. And, you know, whenever Monica and Vic would be there, I was there too. He said something along the lines of, there was never a problem with Monica and Vic that I'd been aware to or privy to. You know, he used Monica's names first, but it's okay. He said there was never a problem that he was aware of, you know, between Monica and Vic. So I'm just giving you the summary of the statement. I don't have the statement right now in front of me, but I remember the gist of it. And then finally he's like, you know, I don't recall the events of which Monica spoke of in paragraph 4 of her deposition or something like that, or point 4, you know. I don't recall anything. He said, I don't recall anything out of the ordinary of his statement, actually, maybe. And, you know, if there was ever a problem with Stan the Man, darling, if there was ever a problem with my convention, I wouldn't have re-invited them back. I would have known about it, right? So that much we can agree on. And, you know, this ultimate witness, this ultimate blast of Monica Real and Ron Tsui, it didn't happen. The events of which she said she held her hand in disgust or in embarrassment, and Stan knocked on the door and he was shocked. It never happened. So lying under oath and lying in itself in a courtroom is perjury, is it not? So they were talking about, we have this witness, you know, he's going to come in, he's going to sweep. Looks like Monica herself got swept. Another thing now, they're talking about some girl at a Christian school, you know, she's an old hag right now. Let's be honest here. 1989, this girl was in high school. She's an old hag. She's looking for some attention right now. Being an old lady that she is, you know, she's like, oh, well, you know, Vic Mignogna, he came to my school. He was a teacher there. And then they verified with the school. And there is no record of a Victor Mignogna ever teaching at that school. Okay? But, you know, they're basing their supreme witness testimony on this bullshit story about, you know, a false teaching of drama. So that would put Vic as a 26-year-old or whatnot, you know, straight out of university. And, you know, that never happened. You know, and how are they going to verify this when there's no record of Vic being there? Did they talk to anybody from that time? If they do talk to somebody from that time, I'm pretty sure they're going to tell them there's no Vic. So basically, they had, you know, they said there was, you know, death threats, there was swatting, there was, you know, all sorts of problems that happened because of this. And, you know, it was proven that the death threats were false. The swattings were false. They were claimed by a Funimation employee who has some type of untreated mental illness. She was off her meds for that period of time, and that's what happened, basically. So now we have another person that probably suffers from some type of mental illness that is claiming that Vic was her drama teacher. And, you know, there's no record of that. I'm sure if the school, she claims the school hired him. I'm sure if the school hired Vic Mignogna to the Christian-based academy in Kentucky, wherever the hell it is, okay, they would have some type of record of that employee. There would be some recollections. There would be some accounts from people who worked there, who went to school there, other than this delusional je ne sais quoi, as they say. And with that, everybody, I hope you had a fun cast. You know, I'm experimenting with some news and some commentary to see where that leads my channel. And I will leave you off with this theme. And let's take a look at Ultra Instinct Goku. Good night, good morning, good afternoon. I hope you had a wonderful time. Take it easy. It was OppaiGAME. Peace!